Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Canary's Corner. So I didn't really have a name for my channel, but I do now. So without further, I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Sorry guys. I really quickly, before we actually get into it, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the love, the ongoing support, and just the ongoing patience with me as a whole. One as a content creator, and then one just as a person as a whole. I appreciate it, and it doesn't go unnoticed, and you guys are the best. So thank you. Alrighty, so now let's get into their lore. So I know I said I was going to do a video on the lore as the family and then the lore as a whole leading into why they are doing what they're doing now. And I did do that. So it's going to go a little bit more in detail about the family members and why they are part of the Wyatt Sick in that other video. But this one is just strictly explaining the lore. So if you are brand new to wrestling and you just started watching, this video is perfect for you. So their mission as the Wyatt Sick, we know, is to basically eradicate anybody and everybody, male or female, but as of right now, we're just seeing a lot of male wrestlers get watched or clapped, mostly Chad Gable right now. But we know that their mission ultimately is to get rid of anybody that devalues the definition of family, basically uses family for personal gain or leaves for personal gain as well. So they're going after people that have lied, that have cheated, that have turned on family, that have turned on them for personal gain to get a title or to make themselves more prominent in, you know, the eyes of the WWE universe or the eyes of the WWE. Now, the reason why they're like this is because the leader lost the one thing that these men are taking for granted and are taking, you know, they're just taking for granted their brothers, their brotherhood, their just sense of family. They're taking it for granted and they're using it for personal gain. Case in point, Chad Gable, he had a family, he had a brother. He had always said Otis was his brother, but he was using Otis as like a workhorse basically to do all the heavy lifting and the dirty work so that way he could become champion. Putting Maxine in dangerous situations where he knows that she would get the brunt of the attack more so than him. Mentally and emotionally abusing Alpha Academy for weeks on end because they didn't feel comfortable essentially being heels and lying and cheating in order to win when Alpha Academy is built on, you know, being baby faces in a sense. Like, they win cleanly, they don't cheat, they don't lie, they don't do nefarious things to win. But we saw Chad Gable want to do that more so towards the Wyatt Sick coming back, which is why he ultimately was the only clear-faced person that we saw in the back. We saw a lot of security that emulated a lot of wrestlers. So that's why most of these people on my list were put on there. It was because a lot of those security perfectly emulated certain wrestlers. So that's why I think it was like a foreshadowing of who they'll be going after and why. So now let's get into the list itself. So these people are most likely going to be coming in cross paths with the Wyatt Sick, or as I like to say, getting clapped by them. So first on the list, we have Gunther and Kaiser. For obvious reasons, Gunther had Kaiser turn on Vincenzo, I think is his name. Yeah, have turned on him that one Monday night. And we haven't seen him since, or at least I have. Then we have the OG bloodline, for obvious reasons. Roman Reigns was very emotionally abusive as well as mentally abusive. If the twins, we would see week after week on Friday Night SmackDown, if the twins didn't win, or like we saw after that one WrestleMania, he didn't talk to the twins for a long time because they lost the unified tag team titles to, I think it was Damian Priest, or no, they lost it to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. They lost the tag titles to them. Then we have Jay turning on Roman and the entire bloodline. Now, we all know that he did it because he just couldn't take it anymore, but the Wyatt Six may not view it as that. They may view it as, oh, you decided to leave your family, so now you decided to leave your family and then you went straight into a title picture. That tells me, or tells them, that they may think he's doing this for his own personal gain to further his own name without his family. And one of the biggest things I can see them actually getting him for is turning on his brother, because they all have the one thing that Bo does not have anymore. Or yes, the Bo doesn't have anymore, which is his brother. So he's going to go after anybody that wrongs their brother, or what's the word? Yeah, takes them for granted more often. Like, he's going to go after people that he knows and he's been watching for a long time that have turned on family. One of the other biggest names on here is Seth Rollins, for what he did to Roman Reigns. Because Roman never recovered after what happened with the Shield. We all know that. We saw remnants of it. We see it all the time whenever a chair is brought to Roman Reigns. Like, he can never escape getting hit in the back with a chair. And every time it's remnant to what Seth did. He turned on his brother. He did that. Another name on here, Jimmy, for turning on Jay. Damage Control for turning on Bayley. We also know Dakota is also very well known for turning on her partners when they don't do enough for her. Or if she's not given a shot at something, we've seen her turn on a partner that has been given the shot that she wanted. Also, who we have on here? Alexa Bliss for turning on The Fiend and Nikki Cross. Shayna Baszler for betraying Nia Jax. Carmelo Hayes for betraying his brother, Trick Williams. Dom for betraying his father and family as a whole, and betraying his new family, the Judgment Day and Mommy. Carlito for betraying the LWO and Rey Mysterio. Santos Escobar for betraying Rey Mysterio and the LWO. So those are just some of the people that I believe will be seeing the Wyatt Six at some point. Now, the first person for them to go after when they start going after females, because we know that that's what's going to happen here soon, would be Alexa Bliss. She would be the perfect segue. She would be the perfect first female to go after. Because when we last saw her, is she really in control, or is Uncle Howdy in control? That's what we saw. We saw her fighting the control, and we saw her scared in the middle of the ring after the Royal Rumble and her match with Bianca. We saw her just mentally going through it, not knowing, is she actually in control or is Uncle Howdy in control? Now, a lot of people think that that part doesn't matter, but that part makes all the difference with this story. It actually furthers the story, because she betrayed the Fiend and ultimately now a family member of the Wyatt Six, which is Nikki Cross. But then that's going to be the perfect way to get her to break down the control aspect and finally let Uncle Howdy be in control, because she is the her that they're talking about being able to walk through the door. He opened the door for her, but ultimately she is the only one that can walk through. Now, a lot of people also think it was just a production idea to have them just walk around instead of through the door. No, there is a creative reason why nobody has walked through the door. It's because nobody can walk through the door until she does. Now, if you looked at Nikki, she didn't walk out of the door. She crawled out of the door. And she didn't even crawl in it. She crawled out of the door. And when Uncle Howdy, Ramblin' Rabbit, Mercy the Buzzard, and Huskus the Pig all came around the side, they didn't walk through the door. They walked around it. It's because nobody can walk through that door until she does. When she walks through the door, then they can walk through the door. She is what they are talking about being her, to being able to make mountains shake or move mountains, basically. She is her. She is Alexa Bliss. So thank you guys so much for sitting and just listening to me ramble for a little bit. I really hope that this lore made sense to you guys. And I hope that you guys do like my other video. It was a little bit longer. I think it was like 15, 16 minutes longer than this one. So I hope that one makes sense to you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. And if you guys like more, I would be more than happy to keep putting out videos for you guys. Go ahead and keep a lookout for my links to my podcast. I'm sometimes on Jedi Network to stream with them Mondays and Fridays. I also am on Are You Seeing This sometimes with Jazz Marie 23. I'll go ahead and link all of those down below as well. But I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for tuning in today and for being patient, and I hope you guys like it. Bye.